All right, are we ready on how we can lower our groceries, cut them in half, and save this year and build your pantry? And I want your comments, what's working for you, what you're seeing in your area and in your country, what you're doing, and what you're going to implement this year. We're all trying to figure out how we could cut our grocery budget in half, bring it down, save a little, and get meals on our table. So I hope this brings you comfort, and I am excited to see what you have, that what you're doing, and again, leave them in the comments. Don't ever go to the store hungry. And that is true, because when Derek, Mr. Toodles, and I head to, let's say, the bulk store together and we're hungry, you end up getting a little bit more than you want to get. So definitely try not to go hungry. I saw one where someone said, don't go shopping with your kids. And I have to believe that, because they are so good at being like, Mom, can we get this? And it's not just little kids, it's going with your teenagers as well. We have a store here in town called Smith's, and they have a little Starbucks in there. And every time I go in there with my youngest, she's like, can we go to Starbucks? Heck no, that is just going to add on to the bill. Shop on 10% off day and buy the sale items and stock up. Where are you from that you have a 10% off day? Because that is stinking cool. Are you doing a no spend January? No, I have my budget. I know what we use every month. I have well-stocked freezers. I shop my shelves first. Then we go into the meal planning, which we're going to get into that in this video. I never say I'm going to do a no spend, because certain times of the year and in January, I am seeing great sale deals. You guys, I went shopping last week pretty much for the month, and I went to 4 stores last week, looked at their sales, looked at what I wanted in my freezer inventory, and I got some great deals. If I had been like, okay, I'm going to do a no spend January, I would have missed out on great deals that would have stocked my shelves to have in meal planning for the rest of the year. Especially not food. I could say, okay, we're not going to eat out this month. I could say we're going to put a no spend freeze on like going to the movies, or buying clothes, or things like that. But there will never be a no spend on food in my home, ever, because I will miss out on so many great opportunities to stock my shelves. But kudos to anybody that can do it. But for me, I'm all about stocking my shelves and being able to get ahead, now. So later, when I am shopping my shelves and building my menus, I'm actually saving money later and not going out and buying those things at full price. This is what's going to help us right now in a recession. This is what's going to help us right now with inflation. Each month of the year is a great time for certain things when it comes to shopping. There's certain sales that run. There are certain times of the year where things are in season and they're cheaper. If you would like to see what you can get for the whole year for more like long-term food storage, I have a whole playlist on that for you in my playlist section that you can go check out. And later, I will put that in the description box of this video. Always shop with a grocery list, obviously, right? Have an idea of what you're doing. So when I go to the store and I have my list, I do peruse. Now, if you have no self-control, do not peruse the shelves. Okay. Start with the outer area of the store. That's where the most nutritious value you're going to get is shopping the perimeter. Then go into the aisles. In the aisles, you have more of your processed foods and things like that, but you can always find a good deal. So when you're looking at your sales flyer for the week on your shopping trip, they put a lot of the sales there, and there's good deals. So what I do is I look at the sales flyers for each store in my area and see what the deals and things are. Your best bet is what is on that first page. And then, so they'll put like, okay, you can get this. If you buy 4 of this mix or match, you get, these products for this price. Well, so you're seeing just a glimpse on the sale flyer. So I like to go in and peruse, because there were things that I would have missed. But that's if you have self-control. If you and you got to know what is a deal. And we're going to talk about that. So knowing prices, shopping before you go shopping. okay, and helps a lot. And what I mean by that is getting online, seeing what the other stores in your area have for that item. So if something was on sale, like sour cream, I just got sour cream this week for 99 cents for 16 ounces. That's really good. I already knew that there was no other store in my area that's regularly, like normal price, sells that for 99 cents. So I definitely snagged it. But if I didn't know the store, I'm grabbing my phone. I'm like, okay, the cheapest, supposedly cheapest store in my area is Walmart. So I will get on to the Walmart app in my area and I would look up an item if I noticed that it was on sale that I didn't see before I did my homework. And I would see, okay, what is that price? And I look and I go, I could pass, here and go to Walmart and get it there. So I do a lot of that. And a lot of things I know off the top of my head because I'm doing this all the time. And a lot of the time I do look at my phone. So, and apparently I do it when I'm loopy on meds, huh, Derek?
Okay.
If you joined our last live, I talked about how I had dental work done. And we went into Costco to get my prescription. And
You were out of it.
even being out of it, Derek's like, should we grab this? Are we out of this? And I still knew my stuff. And he said that I even grabbed my phone and looked on some things and said, no, we can wait. So, wow. So I guess the whole point is like making habits and things like second nature. Aston says, I always check my store's clearance area as well. Lots of times I find items just because the box is damaged or they have an overage. I got a box of diapers for $10. That is amazing. Yes, check the clearance sections of your stores, find out where they are. And those lost leaders, they got to push a lot of things out. So, and don't get discouraged by the Best Buy date. Okay. The Best Buy date is just a guide that they put on. Things go much longer with that. Be a little leery though of things like tartar sauces, salad dressings. You can go about 6 to 9 months past, and the only way you're going to know if it's good or not is just by tasting it. I noticed that certain marinades and things, they kind of start tasting a little funky after that. But canned good wise, get them, stock them on your shelves. Peanut butter can go again a year. I've even passed 2 years on the Best Buy date. It's just because it is an oil consistency that it can go bad faster. If you can't practice self-control, I highly suggest to have your groceries delivered to you or go do pickup. That way you can actually see as you're shopping online what your total is. So you can see like, okay, this is what my budget is. And if you're going over, you can control yourself. I actually find that the tipping the driver and paying whatever fee it is actually still saves me money because I'm not going into the store and throwing more things into my cart. I use Instacart. I use Walmart pickup. I have actually had Instacart go shopping for me before at Sam's Club and Costco. But just know when you do use Instacart at the bulk stores, your price is more than going in. So I've noticed that things are marked up a little higher. So just be aware. But if you don't feel like going to your local grocery store, definitely take advantage of that. They have store pickup where the store will shop for you and you could just go and pick up and do the curbside pickup. These little things add to your wallet and will help you save money and cut your groceries down. Be cautious when buying in bulk stores like Costco and Sam's Club. Not all the time buying in bulk like that is a good deal. I still do my homework with my club stores. I love the club stores. I still think right now with inflation, I am still getting a better deal on a lot of items there. So don't discount and say, maybe I won't renew my membership. I am seeing great deals still, but you have to do your homework. So my number one tip is to be a price hawk and to start tracking the prices of stores in your area. On my website, I do have a free printable for you where you could start tracking. I am coming out with a price book for you guys, so you'll have that. She's in her Apron planner. So if you need a planner to help you track all of this, your groceries, your budgeting, grab it. We also have other planners on there as well. You can actually get this planner in semesters. and they're smaller. So just go to she'sandherapron.com. There are sections in here on menu planning, shopping your shelves. Okay, so right here is the menu planning and meal ideas page in the planner. You can brain dump and menu plan. This is the biggest thing that's going to save you when you are wanting to save money and cut, is make a menu plan. You're going to shop your shelves. You're going to go, and this is another page that's in the planner. You're going to go in and see what you already have on your shelves for the month in your refrigerator, your freezer, your pantry, and you're going to mark what the things that you want to try to use up this month. And you could start creating meals and create a meal plan. So there is that section in the planner for you. There's inventory sections in there. I encourage you to go check it out. Oh, Judy, I have bought 4 of your yearly planners for me and my daughters. We absolutely love them. Thank you. I'm so glad they're working for you. Let's go back to the bulk stores. I have seen where people have posted, everyone has their own opinion, right? But there are times of the year where it is better to get certain things at the bulk store. It is so much better for my wallet, for our family's budget, for me to get lettuce at Costco or Sam's Club. I bought a bag of lettuce for $3.29 for 6 heads of romaine. I went to, how many stores did I say this week? 3 or 4? And their romaine was way expensive. I am seeing 3 hearts of romaine for $5. No way. So I know I'm going to Costco and I'm going to Sam's Club for my romaine. Now, can you walk into those stores for 1 or 2 things? Now, okay, and then take into consideration of your travel time, right? Because gas is expensive. So if you know you're going to be in a certain area during the week where certain stores are, where the deals are, then go. Map it out. Or you have one day where you're getting all these errands done. Now, I love shopping at Winco. Winco is phenomenal, but they are like, what, 20 minutes away from us? Like, they're not like my neighborhood grocery store. And so when I go to Winco, it's based around what are we doing in that area and when. And then that's when I go. I'm just not going to jump in my car and take a 20-minute drive down there to that town to go do that. Now, I know that for a lot of people and where you live, like that's normal. Like for you to get to the grocery store is normal. So taking into account logistically how you're going to do your shopping, because this will save, with gas and things. Now, check out your store's loyalty programs, because a lot of times you can score on points for gas. So we like shopping at Smith's to gain that rewards for their gas, so I can get up to $1 off a gallon of gas. With the Price Club stores, you can actually get a better deal on meat. Sometimes you can get a better deal on chicken. Right now in my Costco, in my area, I know that chicken drumsticks, there are 99 cents a pound. It's better for me to go to Costco to get those drumsticks than any other grocery store in my area. Let's see, right now, chicken breasts, no, it's better in the grocery stores right now when it comes to the chicken breasts. So, but these things are ever changing. And when you're tracking your prices and create a price book, take pictures on your phone, track prices. If you want to get ahead of this recession and inflation, you're going to have to track prices. When you know what a certain store's price is, when there's a sale, if that really is a good sale or not. Because let me tell you, friends, stores, they want you shopping in there, right? They want you in their store. And they do a lot of great gimmicks on the shelves to make it look like a sale. I did a video during the summer or the beginning of the summer on how you can save at the grocery store. I'll link that after this live. And there's one store, they put these tags up and they're in red. So it looks like a sale. So you'll grab it. You guys lift a lot of those tickets up and you could see that it's the same price. It just kind of makes your eye think, oh, this is a deal. It's not. When they say it is a sale, lift it up and see what the original price is. Not all sales are a sale, in my opinion. There's times where I'm like, we're walking away from that. Even their wording seems like you're getting a good deal, but it's like, no, it's not. It's not. Or especially when certain stores will do fill a bag for a certain amount of dollars. I've seen those where the item or certain items in that grouping of sales, it's it's not a deal, and you'll be spending more. Meal plan, meal plan, meal plan. Now, I don't necessarily meal plan for the month. I mean, I do, but I'm really more by the week. What's our schedule look like? What's going on? And then I shop my shelves, meaning we go into your cupboards, go into your pantry, go into your refrigerator and freezer. What do you already have in here? Because we all have food. I mean, a lot of us have things, but then when we're like, I don't know what to make for dinner, knowing what you're buying and why you're buying it. Everything that comes into your house that you buy should have a purpose. I have seen so many videos and Instagrams and TikToks where people are like, look at, I went shopping and look how bad inflation is. And I spent $100 on this and they only had a few things. And I'm looking at it and in my brain, I'm going, what meals can you make with that? A lot of it is just snacky foods, and I just think, well, what purpose is that item for? Like, what are you going to use it for? How many meals can it make? Can you stretch it? Can you take that pound of ground beef and stretch it over a few meals? So you're not just using 1 pound of ground beef for one meal. And what fillers can you add into that? Instead of using a whole pound of ground beef, you're using a portion of that ground beef and adding some beans to it, adding some rice to it, things like that. How can you make it stretch? Every food item coming into your home needs a purpose. How much is your food budget each month per person, weekly, like 100? Great question. Okay, this looks different to everybody. You could say, I'm going to spend $25 a person in your home, like $25 a week for each person. So that's like $100 a week a person. I I don't. I know what our budget is. Like we budget between 100, no, we budget between 800 to $1,000 a month on food and household items. Some months we hit that. Some months it's less because of what is already going on in our inventory. So I am not a fan of we're only going to spend like $100 a week on groceries because of sales. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't walk away from knowing that there's an item on sale of something that we use in like the majority of our meals. And I can't say to myself, okay, we're going to pass that up because I'm only doing $100 a week. Heck no. No, I have my budget. We know when we get paid certain times of the month and where that money's coming from. And this has been clockwork for years, and our budget hasn't changed. I have 4 children, but now we have 2 in the home now. And so we're down to 4 people in the home, but I still shop like I have 6 because I am stocking my shelves, building my food storage, and I have meals on hand. Nothing goes to waste. I mean, yes, I'll forget something in the fridge, like a vegetable that goes bad, but if you're storing it correctly, it won't. And because someone I follow said $50 per person per week is a good starting place. I used to be 25 to 35. Yes. Yes. And if you're new to budgeting and your meals and things, that is a great place to start. I think, you know, 2023, we're going to have to learn new habits and learn different ways of doing things to make things stretch, because like we're already seeing, like, we can't buy eggs, that's too expensive right now. Our chickens aren't laying very well. So what can we do, and what are some things that we can supplement when we're out of something? That video is coming up as well, you guys. Oh my gosh, I did announce that things are going to be slowing down a little bit here on this channel because we are working on a menu planner and we're working on cookbooks. We are so excited, but I need the time to work on them. There's so much that I want to bring that you guys have asked for. We are also having some food storage things come out for you guys to help build your pantries, even for long term, to face what is here. You can't say what is not coming. It's already here. And so I want to be able to help other families and learn these tools. I'm also going to be going into other people's homes and helping them with their pantries. Let me know if this is something that you would like to see. I've already been asked a few times to come into people that I already know into their home, see what they already have, what they can create meals with, and give them some pointers to help build their pantry. If you're interested in this, I'll film it and bring it to you. And this journey actually started by using coupons. And that's another tip. You can use coupons. You can clip away and do that. I used to do that. And that is what got me on the journey to recognize prices at stores, was when I used to coupon, when the coupon craze was just crazy. So coupons, I have a love-hate relationship with coupons now. I used to be such a couponer because it was new to me. And then the whole coupon craze, right? Where you could get so much for free. And we got so much for free. I'm still using up like sanitary pads that I got from my coupon days. But I noticed that it's such a high to go and get things for free or way less with the coupons. But I noticed that we were buying things that one, we never used and then still didn't use after. And so I'm like, is this really a good thing just to have it? No. So if I could get something for free, we would donate it. You could still save a lot by using coupons. Is it something that you always use? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just get it.
yeah, just don't get it to have it. But it is a good way to try new things, try new brands, right? But our stores are now doing digital coupons. We have a couple of stores here that do it. Macy's does it, and Smith's does it. And let me tell you, I have scored this month. I have scored on digital coupons. I bought butter for $2.99 for a box of the 4 quarters, so a pound, $2.99 for butter. What? I got to use that coupon up to 5 times and in one visit. And that was it. It goes off your loyalty number. So you couldn't like jump back into the store and go buy 5 more. That was amazing. Each one, $2.99 a pound. I grabbed those, threw them in my freezer. So their digital coupon deals, some of them are really, really good. And a lot of them you can stack another coupon on. You just got to read the rules on it. So I'm still getting amazing deals by watching stores' prices, looking at their sales prices, and seeing if they have a digital coupon to back that up. You could still save a ton right now. And there are apps. There's Ibotta, there's Fetch, there's Upside. I love using Upside and Ibotta. And then you can even stack more and save. And then these programs, these apps will give you cash back, and you can cash out at a certain when you get back so much. And it goes right back into your account. Those are so worth it. Let's see, from Family Handshake, weekly digital deals at Smith's are great, but you have to load the digital coupon. Yes, 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 yes. You have to load it. But even before you get to the register, just click it. You hit clip. It's right there. So it doesn't take long. So when you get to the register, you're not like, oh, shoot. But I do ask when I'm at the register and I put my loyalty number in and it tallies. I always say, like, did it go through? My total at the store was going to be $225 if I just shopped and didn't even put a loyalty number in. Always plug in your loyalty number if those sale items count with your loyalty number. There was one time I didn't put my loyalty number in and I missed out, and I was like, what? I even went to customer service after and realized the mistake, because sometimes the cashier will forget too and not remind you, like, do you have a loyalty number? So you could go back to customer service and say, I forgot to put my loyalty number in, and they can rework it and put that back on for you. I would have paid $225. Okay, so I saved $80 on the shopping trip. My total after the mega event sales and everything that they were having and digital coupons, it came down to $145. I saved $80 on that shopping trip. And within that shopping trip, that's a big shopping trip, $145. And in that shopping trip, I had things that I buy to stock my shelves with. There were things in there for future menu plans, not just for the upcoming month. So just think like, oh gosh, like we saved $80 now for meals that we're going to have down the road. Do you see how that mindset is? Like, think of it that way. Yes, you're spending a little more in your budget right now, right? Or that week, but it's still within your monthly budget. You're saving now for down the road. This is how we're going to get through the recession. This is how we're going to beat inflation. And we have to be smart and vigilant. Like even in my area, my lowest price point store is Walmart, but not all the time are they the lowest. So, especially when it comes to a sale. So be ever vigilant. If you are coming home from work and you're like, oh, and you ran into a store and you didn't do your homework, just hurry and grab your phone, look on the app, like if it is Walmart that you're always comparing to, and just type in really quick and just see. It only takes a second. I do this all the time. All the time. I'm like, let me check, just to see. Okay, I have a quick price tracker that I created and threw on the website. It's free. Also, you guys, put in on the website to be part of the newsletter. We are starting to create newsletters for you so you can be updated what's going on with us, what's coming up, free principles that are on the website to help you that we're adding. A lot is coming in 2023 and I don't want you to miss it. I don't. I'm going to be doing classes on food storage. And if you would like to be a part of those, you'll be you could be notified and know when we're going to be doing those and taking so many people for each class. There is so much that we are working on to help you be able to stock your shelves and feed your families. When we have a full pantry, we're able to help others. We're able to help our community. We're able to have our adult children come over and shop from our shelves. I'm always encouraging them to come over and shop. Try out other stores in your area and see how they price things and their sales low prices on produce. This is big. Again, shop in the season of what's in season. If you don't know, just get on Google and say what's in season, vegetables, produce wise this month. There's so many blogs that will actually share this too. I love is it Crazy Coupon Lady? They've got a great blog for this as well. Yes, buy produce in season. Substitute with things you already have. If you have no buttermilk on hand, you can mix vinegar and milk. Boom, buttermilk. Look up different ways to substitute. And again, that video is coming. I'm bringing you a whole pantry series this year on how we could recession-proof our pantries. And I'm going to be getting uncomfortable and learning new things, starting making our own mixes, our own sauces, because this is where we're going to save. When you can make things from scratch, you will save so much money, so much money. It's nice to have convenience foods, but they're expensive. Those add up. From Family Handshake, she says, you can stack Ibotta and Kroger cashback deals and make some great deals. Exactly. Learn these apps, learn store policies. You could still save even now with inflation. When you start tracking your prices, like I think I said this earlier in the stream, you could, track them every 8 weeks. But with inflation right now, I am noticing that prices are like a yo-yo. Like weekly. So I'm not saying go and track everything weekly, but keep an eye on and be vigilant, because I am noticing things that are dropping or going back up within 2 weeks. So every 4 weeks, kind of just get a tone of what's happening in your area. Ethnic grocery stores for produce deals, if available in your area. I go to Persian, Mexican, Asian grocery stores for certain items, especially spices, teas, and produce. Yes. And shop your local farmers. We have down south from us, there is a farmers market that they have a piece of property in the town, and they put up tents and they sell amazing produce that they grow. And they're trying to make it all year round. They're trying to create it where they could bring heaters in and have it available all year round, because they have connections with other farmers that they can bring things in. And they have such a great deal on produce, such a great deal. So during the summer months and fall months, we're always like, okay, when are we going to be down in that area so we could stop in and stock up? So whenever I have my hair appointment or nail appointment, which is down in that area, that's when I go and I'm like, okay, what do you got right now? We still have spaghetti squash from the fall. If you put that in a dark, cool place, that is going to last you months. So we have 2 spaghetti squashes from the fall that we're going to eat this month. And it's one of our favorite meals. We cut it in half, roast it, and then we make a sausage spaghetti sauce that is just so good. And we stuff it in the spaghetti squash when it's all roasted. And then we add cheese on top and put that under the broiler. And it is so good. Our kids down it. It's one of our favorite meals. And it is so filling, so filling. So you're cutting, having like spaghetti and using the spaghetti squash. So definitely check out your local farmers, see what deals that you can get. There's also here in Utah a company called Alpine Food Storage, and they are able to get certain produce from other farmers as well. And when we go visit them, because they're close to me, I still they have a website so I could do some price comparison. But when I notice that when I do go there, there's things that they're not announcing and I check my phone again to see if it's a good deal or not. Also shop online with Imperfect Foods in Misfits Markets. They have the best prices on eggs right now. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Eat your leftovers. I know. It's a bummer. It's hard. Leftovers. Ugh. Okay, but if you don't like to eat the same thing, what can you make from those leftovers to create a whole new meal that doesn't feel like you're eating leftovers? Get online, find blogs, get on Pinterest. Because we have so much going on in here that we don't want to waste, right? I know. Maggie's like, hate leftovers. I hear you, Maggie. Sometimes I don't like heating up that one thing again. But what can you turn it into to make another meal so it does not feel like a leftover meal? This will save you so much money. Freeze your leftovers. Mashed potatoes freeze well. I shared that with you on my video of 40 things that freeze, that you could freeze or freeze well, something like that. And mashed potatoes, you could definitely freeze and freeze them in portion sizes. See, I can't wait for your cookbook. I am so excited. I can't give you a timeline right now. It will be available for download, and we're trying to get it in a physical form, and that will take a little longer. So we're working on it. We're working on a lot right now, you guys. It's been crazy. Use all recipes, their ingredient search. So if you've got something in your fridge or freezer that you gotta use up, but you don't know what you want to use it in, go to allrecipes.com, put in that ingredient, and boom, they'll give you lots of options on what to use that for. You need a Food Network show? I don't know. That would scare the poop out of me. I mean, just when I go on local TV, I'm literally like, cricket, like, oh my gosh, I get so scared. I'll tell you guys, was it last month, November? I had an interview with someone from the production team of the Rachel Ray show, and I was pooping a brick. And she was the
filter of the filter.
Yeah, the filter of the filter of the filter of the people before it goes up the line. So she was probably like the start of like the bottom before you get up. And that scared the dickens out of me. But just the thought of them thinking of me was, I'll take that. Okay, how do you stop freezer burn? Great question. If you don't have like a vacuum sealed machine, I highly suggest that you invest in one. And Sam's Club and Costco will run, I've noticed, quarterly, you guys. And either twice a year or quarterly, but I've been noticing it quarterly lately, that they have been running sales, at least in my area, on the Food Saver machine. It's a vacuum seal machine. I've seen it where you can get it for $99. Yes. So if you have a vacuum sealed machine, you can use any vacuum bag. You don't have to use their brand bag. You could use any brand bag with those machines, and having them suck the air out and put it in your freezer. That will help with freezer burn. Just get the air out as best you can. It's still good. Your chicken and your beef are still good if it's a little freezer burnt, you guys. It's not bad. Let's not be wasteful, right? One is start a garden. Yes. We have a black thumb over here. I mean, we're not the best at it, but we try. Every year we try. I'm actually looking at this book on how you could grow an indoor garden. So that piqued Derek and I's interest big time. Learning about different ways to garden, especially if you live in the city and you can't garden. What can you do on your deck? What can you put in a pot? What can you have grow in the window of your home? Also, check the unit price to make sure that you're not spending too much. I do compare prices at each store, and I do compare unit prices, and this will save you. So I bought a big box from Costco of the clean protein powder plant-based shake, and it was on sale. You saved, I think, $7. I got it for $20.99 for an 18 count. That's super good. But then I went on to Sam's Club, and they have their plant-based one on sale as well. But if you ever wonder why, like, different bulk stores will have the same things, but they have a different count, that's because whatever brand that they're working for to have in their store, they'll say, can you sell it for us with this count number? So Sam's Club had it for 12 count. Their box is 12 count, where Costco's is 18. So I did the math. I did the unit price. And even though I could buy that box for $17 instead of 20, I got a better unit price on the Costco for 20 for 18 versus, the 17. Yes, guys, if you're liking this, please hit the thumbs up button because it'll get pushed out to more people. If you're loving this, share it. Obvious one, like, don't eat out as much. Eating out right now is crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. To feed our family, just to go through fast food, it's not cheap anymore. Just to go grab a burger. Are you kidding? No way. There's like, if we are on the road and we're like, oh, we're hungry, and we'll go grab a burger. No combo meals. Sorry, guys. No fries, no drinks. Like, you're getting a burger. It's not like it used to be. It's just not, and it's not worth it. And one tip to save and cutting your groceries in half is to, yes, meal plan, but make some make-ahead meals. So when you get home, after you've done your planning, your meal planning, you've done the math, you know where you're going, and you have your food, depending on what your schedule looks like, if you work outside the home, what is happening, look at your schedule and go, okay, I'm going to make our week's meals. Like, today's Sunday. If you don't work on Sunday, today take the opportunity to make some of the meals and put them in your refrigerator ready to go. So later in the week, all you have to do is heat them up. Take that meal, double it. You have one for the week, and you have one for later in the month in your freezer. Freezer meals, guys. Freezer meals, freezer meals. I know a lot of people say I don't like freezer meals. I don't get it. We love them. We save so much time because I'm like, when you want to go eat out, think of the money that you're going to be spending, right? Where you can get takeout by taking out a freezer meal from your freezer and popping it in your oven. Okay. Especially if you do the casserole kind. Throw it in your oven, already a brick of ice. Of course, it takes a little longer to cook, but it's better to wait a little longer for your meal than pulling dollars out of your wallet. That's for sure.
Toss it in the crock pot in the morning.
Yep, toss it in the crock pot in the morning. Take that back, especially if you're storing it in a Ziploc bag. Take it out the night before. Put it in your refrigerator to help thaw it a bit so you can get it out of the bag to put in your slow cooker. Kids, while they're growing, they sure can eat you out of house and home. Now, if you're new to me and to my channel, I used to share a lot over the years. I have so many videos on this channel. There's so much you could go back on and watch. Our old videos from our old home, I had a lock on our pantry door. I got so much criticism for this, and I didn't care. There are certain times of the day where that pantry was locked, and it was with a like a number pad. You had to know the number, and it was the best thing that we could have done, because it was like, the pantry doors open during these hours of the day, but during certain hours, it's locked. Especially when it was time to make dinner, because these kids were like, I'm hungry, and they would go in and sneak granola bars and all of that, And so if you want your food to stretch, and if it's a tight month, you got to do what you got to do. And if it's from keeping them, your growing kids with these huge appetites away from the food, then do it. And who cares what your neighbor thinks? Who cares what the woman on the internet thinks? Who cares what your mother-in-law thinks? Do what you got to do to save money, right? I got so much crap for that, you guys. I did not starve my children. Okay. I didn't. They eat enough. Yes, the snack baskets. Okay, yes, we did that. I actually did a video on this. Gosh, the beginning of my channel. We did the snack buckets. We had them fill them up, and that was their snack bucket for the day. If they decided to eat all their snacks in one sitting and they were gone, eh, they're gone. That is the best thing to do in the summertime because the kids are home all the time and they get hungry, they're burning more. Having that snack bucket, especially like during fall break, Christmas break, spring break, during the summer. Oh yeah, we did that. Oh, that was like one of the big things we did. One is that you can pay in cash. We tried the cash envelope system one year and it went really well until we lost the gas envelope. Don't know what happened to it. We kept it in the car. I don't know if it got stolen. I have no idea. It could have slipped out and fallen. So am I a fan of the cash envelope system? Yes and no. Yes and no.
The concept of it is amazing.
Yeah, the concept is amazing. Yes, it worked for us for a time. I don't like carrying it outside the house because if you lose it, you're screwed. You can't get that back. So what I like to do is having a certain debit card dedicated to a certain area. That works best for me. So we have the debit card that works with gas, groceries. I don't think I'll ever come on my channel and teach about budgeting in that way. It's such a different mindset for each person. I don't know, but that I can't do it for groceries. But I know I can't go over on this card, right? Not a credit card, a debit card, and keep track. In our planner, in the She's in Her Apron planner, there's actually a section in here. We have a budgeting page, but there's actually a section in here on the weekly spread that you could track what you're spending during the week. Okay, so I wish I had this one to pop on the screen, but I don't. So right here is, I made an expense tracker. I'm going diagonal, an expense tracker here. So if you're stopping in at the grocery store multiple times during the week, you can write what it is, how much, and it actually has a little check box for, was it a need or was it a want? Just to kind of track what you're doing so you could see like, wow, these were a lot of wants. We might need to scale back a bit. And so I did that purposefully, even though there is a whole section, a whole 2-page budgeting section for each month in the planner. So if you would like to check out on she'sinherapron.com, the planners, we have them there for you. You can also get this yearly planner in a semester. So that way you have a brand new planner 3 times during the year. We also have a bundle where you could save buying them in a bundle. Just want you to be able to have something that will help you in your planning, your daily routines. Again, it has a section on there where you can shop your shelves, use up what you have in your pantry, in your refrigerator for the month. And then you can each month have a meal planning and meal idea area for you. And then in the weekly section of the planner, there's also a chart that is, you can meal plan and write down your meals for the week. Oh, Shannon Ford said the planner has saved my butt multiple times. Oh, I am glad. I am glad. Using your advice, I was able to stock up on my pantry and cut my grocery bill by 20%. Yay! Now I'm not sure if I should use that extra money to stock up this month or hold on to until there is a sale or something. Yes. Okay. Perfect prime example of this. So when you are noticing that you're saving on your grocery bill, okay, and you're like, wow, I've got like me last week, I saved $80. Okay. What can you do? I am all for building your long-term food storage. We have learned a lot and seen a lot in the last 3 years. Okay. Now, there's all these rumors and things that there could be shortages. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, I totally do. Okay. I'm not saying prepare for doomsday and go crazy, but I would suggest, I mean, you do your budget. You do you see what's going on in your own personal life. And that's what Derek and I do too. We're going, okay, what's happening right now? What's going on? You know, before we have kids in sports that are cha-ching. I mean, our son did lacrosse for how many years?
Travel.
Oh, and he did club too. So you had travel expenses and fees for this and that. I mean, we have a son that's doing mountain biking and there's fees for that. That's not cheap. So it's like, okay, where could we put this money this month? You know, you could put it towards a bill, you could put it towards your kids' activities, or you could put it towards building your long-term food storage. Every family is different, but if you're, set in those other areas budget-wise, yeah, continue to build. When you see a good deal, stock up your freezer. Let's go back to budgeting. When you're budgeting and you're always trying to see how you could cut your food budget down, right? So like I said, shopping your shelves, menu planning, store deals, apps, you know when to bulk up, when not to bulk up, unit prices, all that. That's great. But let's think outside of that. Okay. Where could we cut in our life that will help our grocery budgets? Okay. Everything is going up. Your electricity is going up. It's bananas. Can you cut some of your subscriptions that you have? Are you paying for like something on your cable bill, like a sports channel? Can you cut that part out right now? Like football's about to end. So can you change that package and cut that off? Can you get rid of TV altogether? You can do Hulu, you could do Netflix, there's all of these different things that you could do. Where else in your life can you cut to save? Now, this is the beginning of the year, right? So Derek and I have been sitting down with our budget. What's going on this year? What are we planning for? We look at and go, okay, do we need to extend our car budget a little more this year? Christmas is always the same. So we know how much we're putting away each month for Christmas, but like look at things outside just your kitchen on where you could cut to help be able to afford your groceries and get that budget to where you want it, especially where you want to start, adding more to your pantry and stocking your shelves. Where can you cut in your everyday life to save? We noticed when we went over our budget, we have a monthly subscription to a car wash. Do we need that? No. Well, right now with winter, we're getting the salt off a little more, but it's going to come to a point where it's like, there's months where I'm like, we've only gone once. And that monthly subscription to the car wash is not paying for what we did. So look into that. Where can you, in your budget, make a few changes? Where can you tighten it a little bit to be able to deal with going to the store and paying $11 for eggs? I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so we went over our budget, and what did we notice that we could actually cut? This is the text from Mr. Toodles. We should be $374 richer next month. It's amazing, all these little things that you don't think about. That is fantastic. And then we're going to take that money and stretch it out in other areas of our life. Yes, you could buy in bulk, but be smart and be vigilant. You can actually save more buying in bulk than not. Like for instance, Derek just said orange juice. We were at Costco and they had 3 half gallons of orange juice all connected together. No, Sam's Club. No, was it Costco? Anywho, doesn't matter.
16-ounce frozen.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the half gallons. And so I wanted to get orange juice, but I was like, no. I went and looked on Walmart. I love their calcium, great value orange juice in the gallon. It's so good. It was still cheaper for me to buy 2 gallons of that than doing Costco's orange juice. So not everything at the bulk stores are a deal. So just be aware of that. Skip the pre-packaged stuff. Buying things that are already chopped and things aren't always the best savings. Now, I did a video just in December, a couple of weeks ago, on $100 budget on the meals that I made. And I actually got a good deal on the packaged, already cut up butternut squash. That was actually a good deal. I went and saw how much butternut squash was already priced at, and the chopped up, already packaged butternut squash beat out buying it whole. You've got to do your homework because Certain times of the year, that's not going to be the case. It's more expensive sometimes to get that pre-packaged item than chopping it yourself. So yes, convenience is so nice and it helps in a time crunch. Guess you're just gonna have to like weigh things out. What is your time worth though? Buy diapers and toilet paper on Amazon. Sometimes that is a better deal. So keep an eye on those things. I noticed, and I don't even have kids in diapers. I don't even have grandkids yet, but I track the price of diapers for you guys. So whenever I do a video on things increasing, I'll share it with you. Still, Sam's Club for the bulk stores in my area. I only have Sam's in Costco. I know certain areas have like BJ's and things. Right now, still Sam's Club is more affordable in my area to get diapers than Costco. It's crazy that I know that, but I do. Don't use paper towels, Mr. Toodles.
Blasphemy.
Don't use paper towels. We didn't use paper towels for years. And then we moved, and with cleaning, I don't know, they snuck back into our life. And I'm just as guilty as Derek in buying them. But if you want to cut paper towels, cut your paper towels. Think about how often you use them. Okay, so we could go to Costco and buy a big package for $19. And that comes with how many rolls?
12?
I'm not sure. Yeah, that could be 12.
Around 10.
12 rolls. How fast are you going through that? So how often are you spending $19 on paper towels when you could grab your rag out of the drawer?
Way too fast.
Make seasonings and sauces yourself. That is coming. I'm just going to be sharing that with you. What can you make yourself without buying it in mixes or packets? Cut paper plates. Shannon says cut paper plates and plastic cutlery. Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
They're nice to have.
They
but
are
it's
nice to
way
have.
too easy to start using them all the time.
Yeah. We have some, but we try to use them for parties and get-togethers. I do not like just, you know what gets me angry is when someone goes into the food storage room, grabs a bunch of paper plates and puts them in the cupboard where our plates are. I know no one wants to do the dishes. The kids hate it when it's their night to do the dishes. Like, I get that. But that is money. That is money. For deeply discounted items in your freezer. Yes, get a freezer. That, I think, if you do not have a freezer yet for 2023, I highly suggest you start thinking about it, saving for it. Costco.
Just a simple, cheap chest freezer.
Yeah. Costco, I just saw their chest freezers were $243 for a small chest freezer. Yes. I highly invest in a freezer. Like I said, knowing certain times of the year when things go on sale is when you should stock up. So come Memorial Day, you're going to see great deals on soda. And if you know you're going to have all these summer parties and you see that deal, get it and put it away for the party. If you guys have been following me here on She's in Her Apron on YouTube for a long time, you know, like, you'll see me buy things in advance for things that are coming down the road. And my kids now, they are trained to know, like, before they grab something, did you film this yet? Can we eat it yet? And then they know, like, or is this for something? And it's like, yes, it's for this party coming in like 2 months. Don't touch it. So, and you can make a bin, certain bins in your pantry that are off limits for right now. You could put like a sign on it. And so you could say for later, don't touch, you know, or let the family know that these buckets here don't go in. They're for a party, you know, you're having coming down the road, things like that. Have breakfast for dinner once a week. That's a good way to use up things, is breakfast for dinner. Because, okay, let's say you're lucky enough and you have eggs in the home. You could stretch eggs, okay, with water, with milk, and then add any leftover veggies into your eggs. You can make a breakfast casserole. You can make little egg muffins in your muffin tins. And so you could chop up broccoli, zucchini, asparagus. Do you have any leftover ham, cheese, any protein? You could throw it in and make a frittata, a casserole, a quiche, and use up so much.
Pancakes with mashed potatoes.
Yes, potato pancakes with mashed potatoes. Yes. Yep. Pancakes, anything. Yeah, I've actually made pancakes with little sausages in them for the kids. What night can you do where it's not a protein such as like meat or chicken? Can you do, beans? Guys, put beans in your slow cooker in the morning, let that cook, or during the night, let it cook during the night and day. You can make refried beans with that. My goodness, dry beans, you can get so many meals out of dry beans, and they stretch. Only buy meat when it's on sale. I mean, that's obvious. But if you need something, which store do you already know? Okay, I know there's no sale happening right now. This store is the best place to go get meat for this price. Okay, so this is where you're going to do your homework. If you're buying something that's not on sale, where are you going to go for it? Where do you know that you'll get the better deal on? Canned chicken at the Dollar Tree. Yes. Okay, did the food also go up in price? I haven't been in Dollar Tree for quite a while. So I know things went up to $1.25. Does that mean also the canned food items also are $1.25 as well? I would love to know. Shop early in the morning when meat markdowns are made. Okay, guys, if you can get to the stores in the mornings, head over to the section where the markdowns are. Now, I know where they are at Smith's, there's a certain part of where the meat section is in the corner where they'll do their markdowns. You can find some great deals on steaks, roasts, hams that they'll mark down, good deals. And so I like to go over there and check it out. And then you could put those in your freezer, seal them up good, put them in your freezer. You're good to go. So yeah, definitely take advantage by going early and seeing what they've marked down. Ask the butcher to cut up large bulk meat to get the best price. Cook in bulk. Big saver there. Cook in bulk, you guys. Bake goods from scratch, like bread. I have recipes for bread. I'll leave them after this down below for you guys. Making your own bread will save you so much money and is not as hard as you think. Oh my word. Okay, so you can make bread without oil or with oil. You can make bread with eggs or without eggs. I don't use eggs in my bread. But if you're blowing through bread, making your own is going to save you so much money. I'm going to have a video on that. I actually broke it down on what a loaf of bread costs when you make it your own. So, and it's less than $1. It's less than $1. Learn to make your own breads. I learned a couple of years ago how to make bread bowls. I mean, it's basically a big bun, but for some reason I was intimidated by it and I didn't do it. And so just taking the time to learn on what you could do to make your own and bake goods, learn to bake bread. We love homemade bread. We love homemade bread. So we have recipes where we can get 3 loaves of bread because the first loaf, when it comes out of the oven, we're all devouring. We're putting butter on it so it's all melted. We'll put jam on it and we blow through 1 loaf after it comes out of the oven. And then we have a loaf we could put in the freezer and a loaf to have during the week for sandwiches. Ask stores to price match. I don't know if Walmart still does that anymore, but some stores will. Some stores will still give you a rain check on a sale. So go check your stores and see if they are still offering rain checks. So when you have a sale is happening and there's nothing on the shelf, you could still pick it up later with a rain check. Skip any pre-cut meats, fruits, or veggies. A lot of the time, if you are wanting to get a fruit tray or a veggie tray, it's way more expensive if you just take the time to cut them up yourself. I'm all for getting a veggie tray and fruit tray. I'm not saying don't ever get those, especially is the timing worth it? Yeah, there's times where I'm like, yeah, it's worth me not doing that right now. So, but if you have the time to cut and all of that, yes. Buy eggs from a friend who has chickens. Buy big roasts, pork and beef when on sale and cut them into 2 or 3 chunks, making for several meals. Yes, I was just at May Thursday and there's country style ribs that were on sale. Now I went into the store for their pork chops. They were buy one, get one free. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go into Macy's and I'm going to see the price on it and everything. And actually it was a great deal. And this was a great deal. Their unit price was a great deal on these country style ribs. They were $3.99 a pound. All the other stores in my area, they were much higher than that, especially Walmart, much higher. So I was like, that is great. Just it on its own, $3.99 a pound for country style ribs. Great deal. Okay. Then they had the country style ribs as on sale as well, buy one, get one free. Awesome. So that takes the price down, right? So what you do when you see a buy one, get one free, and you've done your homework and that original price that they're selling it for is a good deal, what you're going to do is you're going to get the same like weight and price comparison to do the buy one, get one free. Because let's say you buy one and like this one's $7.90. This one is $7.58. If I bought a bigger package and it was $13 and I bought this one for $7.58, they're charging me for the 13 and I'll get the 7 for free. So try to get close to the same price range to save, because they're not going to give you the $13 one for free. So look at things that way. That way you're getting a good deal. Maggie on Facebook says it should be a home economics teacher. I don't know. I've just been, this is like, you know, how everyone has their hobby. I guess this is my hobby. Like I just started, you know, it really happened, like I said, when I started couponing back in the day, like 2010, and just trying to get food on the table for my family. I noticed like the things that I was buying, like I noticed like every time I would do a big grocery shopping haul, I always spent $130, but then I would come home and have nothing to show for it. Yes, I bought some chicken, but it's like there was nothing that would make a meal. And so it was like a struggle. I felt like, how can we afford our food? How can I afford our meals? It's like, you've got to make every ingredient that comes into your home have a purpose. And so, and then I started couponing, and it just, I was constantly looking at prices. So now I just share with everybody like how you could actually save at the grocery store. It's become such second nature to me too. They're talking about the powder on cheese. I've been buying blocks of cheese at Sam's Club or GFS and shredding it myself. We also think it tastes better. Yeah, there is a powdery substance that's on like shredded cheese.
It's like a starch.
Yeah, it's a starchy blend. You could go down a lot of rabbit holes if it's healthy or not. But
it keeps it from sticking.
Yeah, it keeps it from sticking. But honestly, guys,
it doesn't melt very well.
Yeah, it really doesn't melt very well. But there's times I buy it, and you're going to see it on Thursday's video. But if you could buy the block cheese and shred it yourself, and you could actually layer it onto a baking sheet, put it in your freezer, and then put it in when it's like individually frozen, put it into a bag, put that in your freezer. So when you need cheese to sprinkle on top of something that's going into the oven, it's going to thaw like that. And so you have shredded cheese very quick for you. So you could do that as well. So that will save you from buying a bag of shredded cheese. But buying block is always going to be your better bet, right? And definitely don't be brand loyal. That's another tip. Generic, a lot of them are made from the same companies. So you'll be surprised. So yes, definitely don't be brand loyal. You could save a lot of money. Taste some, if you're not sure about one item, buy it, taste it, see if you like it. You'll be surprised what is going to become a family favorite. And so when they're on sale, or if you find a coupon for it, and then you could score. You're going to get a better deal on the rotisserie chickens at the bulk store. They're $4.99. They're $5 for already cooked rotisserie chicken. You're going to see in Thursday's video that I did buy a rotisserie chicken at the store that I wanted that night because Derek didn't feel good. I wanted to make, right when I got home really quick, a chicken orzo soup. That soup just makes us feel so good. Their rotisserie chicken was $9.99. I was literally like, I can't believe I'm buying this. But at the time, it was more about convenience and hurrying and getting that soup made. But yeah, if you want rotisserie chicken already cooked and you're near your bulk store, like you're getting a good deal for $5 at the bulk store. You in the videos coming up this month in February, how to use things as backup. And I definitely think having backup powdered milk, powdered eggs, and powdered butter are going to help you during these times where you're like, I can't get my hands on it. Yeah. Freeze your eggs. Yes, freeze your eggs. We have froze eggs before. And you could freeze dry eggs. We actually have a freeze dryer, and we actually love it. We use it. We've been doing leftovers. We've been doing a lot more with our freeze dryer. And so we invested in that, and that has been wonderful. There was a big cheese sale this week. So Kroger is having it. Our Smith's, Macy's is having it, and I noticed that Winco is having it, but Winco was $1 more than Macy's and Smith's. You can get 32-ounce block cheese right now here in Utah for $5.99. That is amazing. That is a good deal. So we've been freeze drying cheese. So invest in if you can, in a freeze dryer or a dehydrator. We have a dehydrator, but I haven't used it in quite a while. I am definitely in love with our freeze dry machine. But yes, you could freeze eggs. Not in the shell. No, Maggie. What you could do, I have a video, 40 things that freeze well, and I show you in there. You can use a silicone muffin baker that you put it on a cookie sheet, those silicone muffin things. You can scramble up the egg, put it in there and freeze it, or you could just crack the egg open and use it whole. But just know that because of the consistency of when, it being frozen to thawed, like it's not going to be as good to like fry an egg with it, but to bake with it and put it in your baking, yes, absolutely. And you can scramble it and it'll make great scrambled eggs. So yes, you can freeze your eggs. Keep a running log on how much you spend at the grocery store each week. Like I said before, it's going to help you to see how you're spending your money. Again, you guys, the She's in Her Apron planner, there are sections that can help you with your meal planning. So in the weekly spread, let me show you. In the weekly spread, there is a section that I made for expenses. Now, I do have a budget page for each month. But on the weekly page, there's a place to track your weekly spending, especially if you're just wanting to kind of see really quick where you're spending your money. And there is a spot in there that you could check if it was a need or a want. So that can help you. So if you're going to the grocery stores, different stores all week, you could put it here and track and see how you're doing for the week. If you do a weekly grocery budget, that will help you out a lot. Now that is only in the weekly planner. So when you get on the website, you're going to see 2 other planners that doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Okay. The weekly planner is the one with all the bells and whistles: freezer tracking, shopping your shelves, menu planning. So there is this page here on shopping your shelves. So you have freezer inventory, fridge inventory, pantry inventory, and freezer meal inventory. So if you're making freezer meals, you can track what you've got going on in there to use up for the month, so nothing gets lost in your freezer. Now, you're not writing everything that you have on this chart, like everything that is in your, you could use it that way, but I've made it for my brain so I could say, okay, in my pantry, this is what I want to use up this month, and I'll write it in here. Okay. And then the next page is the meal planning and meal ideas page. And this is where I'll do all the brain dumping of what the possibilities of what we could have this month. And I put it here. So, and you can make a shopping list if you want. And then in the weekly spread on the side has your menu plan that you could write in here. Just go to she'sinherapron.com and hit the shopping button. And there is a section for the weekly planners that have the bells and whistles. Help you with your meal planning routines. If you have ADHD like I do, it helps out so much, and it'll help with your budget. Again, each month has its own budget section and a weekly expense to help you keep on track of it all. Learn how to can your own foods. We've been learning. I've been sharing with you. Do you guys know, like, a lot of the time, the things I'm doing for you, and I say it on the video, this is my first time doing it. You literally see me walk through my first on learning things, and I share it with you. It's so fun. Pick up produce in large bags instead of by the piece. Okay, this can save you money. I noticed that right now in my regular grocery stores, like, that's not the case. It's actually better to buy it separate than buying it packaged. Don't buy prepackaged salad blends. Those are so expensive. Oh my goodness. You can get your own bag to make Caesar salad and buy the dressing on the shelf cheaper, especially if you're shopping sales and you can get a bottle of dressing cheaper. So Yeah, buying those bag salads is definitely a lot more. Oh gosh, avoid the kid snack traps like packing your own packing your own goldfish, making granola bars, relying on fruit, etc. What can you do? What can you make for your kids instead of getting their favorite snacks? What can you make instead? Family loves those bag salads. Yeah, they're great. I'm not saying they're not great, but it adds up. It really adds up. You could get more like by going to Costco. For me, I don't know what's in your area. For me, it doesn't make sense to. But when it's convenience time, then that's fine. For me, that's fine. I'll still buy them for convenience. Are you kidding? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with paying for convenience, not at all. But if you're trying to cut back, and that month, there's other ways that you could do it. I make homemade Lunchables for my kids and save so much money. Yes, I love homemade Lunchables. And honestly, my kids still do. And they still like the big kid version of the Lunchable. They said that buy gift cards for gas rewards. A lot of stores do that. So check out the deals in your store, what you could do and buy to build up those gas rewards. So let's say, okay, they say gift cards. Let's say if Smith's did that, right? I'm going to go into Smith's and I'm going to take some of my budget for the month and buy their gift card, their Smith's gift card. I'm going to put that money on that. And of course, I'm going to be using it at Smith's for my groceries, right? So, and then I can get the rewards for the gas. So you can do things like that to help you with your budget. Yep. Cecilia says, as for grocery gift cards, save them to use when cash is tight that month. Yes, yes, yes. So if you know, like, okay, I'm going to put $100 on this grocery store on a gift card, you have it to use for later. Yep. Do you have videos on how to make homemade bread for sandwiches? Yes, I do. Again, go in my search bar after this video is over, check the description box. My favorite pan is the Pullman pan with the lid. I'm going to show you this bread pan. It is worth the money. I found it on Amazon and it makes the best sandwich bread. Because when you do like regular bread, like bread in a normal pan and it gets really big up top and they really don't fit into sandwich baggies and things, the Pullman pan makes the perfect size sandwich bread to put in like baggies. So this is the Pullman pan. I absolutely love it. Look at that. So you put your bread in here, it rises, and then when it gets to a certain point, you also grease the top. It has a lid. So when it bakes and it hits the top, it'll like make the perfect rectangle loaf. So you have the perfect sliced bread that fits for a sandwich and for a sandwich baggie. I love this pan. I have 3 of them. This is the big one. This is like 13 inches or so. They have half the size of this as well, but this is what I get because it fits the recipes I have for my bread perfectly. My recipes can make 3 loaves of big bread like this. Go outside what you already do. We all have our go-to meals, right? And I always keep the majority of our go-to meals. Those are the things that I'm constantly looking for a deal for and shopping for. So when we go and do big bulk shopping, especially when there's a case lot sale, not all case lot sales are deals, okay? Basically a case lot sale, they do them a lot here in Utah and Idaho, where they will put like big quantities of canned, like either 12 or 24 like cans of corn. Yeah, like cases of food, like cases of green beans, corn, beans, tomatoes. And they sell them, like you could get them individually. They're part of their store sale. Or you can get them in that bulkage for a certain price. It's not always a deal. It's just not. And I see people that loading their cart with it. And I'm always like, sometimes I go up to people and I'm like, I want it. Do you need that right now? Or are you using it for later? Because that's not a good deal. Like, sometimes I can't help myself. I'm like that person in the store that will literally come up to you and be like, that's really not a sale. Don't get that right now. Or you can go to this store and find it cheaper right now over here. I do that a lot. I'm so bad. I can't help it. I want you to save money and not all deals are deals. So right here's a picture of from I think 2 years ago, a sale that I did, a case lot sale. And you could buy them in bulk like this, or you can buy them individually. so you can get what you need. And if it's on my table, it's a deal. I'm just saying. So, and the last case lot sale that a store had, it was not a good deal. Yes, there was inflation happening right now. I get that. But compared to all the other stores in my area, it wasn't a deal. And I did not get much on that one. Not at all. So I will walk away. But you get so excited when you see sale and you see when you go into the stores and you see these cases of food and you're like, ooh, you kind of get like this little shopper's high. You got to learn to reel that in because not every sale is a deal. Cindy says, enjoy your time with your kiddos. Our eldest arrived home from Kuwait just before Christmas. We just had a little bit of time with him before he left for his next duty station. That's awesome, Cindy. I am so glad that you're able to see him. I am definitely soaking in this time with him because he's stationed very far away, not in our country. He'll be stationed. And my mama heart is having a really hard time. So yeah, my content has been slow because I'm focusing on the family and the projects, and when he's not around, I work, and so yeah, I'm just enjoying this time that we have with him, and the fact that his stay got longer for recruiting just made my heart so happy. So happy. So I am going to be a mess here in about a week and a half, like a mess, because I don't know, I just don't know when we'll see him. But yeah, doesn't mean we can't go see him unless he gets deployed, but let's pray that doesn't happen. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry guys. The mere thought of it. Oh, thank you, Renee. We're all praying for Jonah. Thank you. He's doing so well, you guys. Like so well. He is such a man now and he looks different. He's huge. His muscles are just wow. I'm actually well, it's not a surprise, but for him, but I'm actually putting together a smaller version of my cookbook for him with easy meals, shelf-stable meals that he can make while he is on base and cook and make. And yeah, so he can have a little something for me and learn to cook and learn to cook more on the base. So I'm working on that for him as well. My goal this year is to help and encourage you to think outside the box when it comes to growing your pantry and maybe changing some shopping habits to help you stock and have things and grow your food storage. I don't think things are going to get easier for a little bit, and I hope I'm wrong, but any way that we can help one another and help our community and share this video with anyone that thinks would enjoy it and get something from it. So thank you so much for joining me. Great video on groceries and savings. So check it out. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Bye.